back to another video. On today's video we will be starting the engine rebuild on the 80 series. Yesterday we went through and did a couple of the Welsh plugs. We had a little bit of drama with the audio, so had to restart the video, but we'll put a little bit of snippets in of what we did yesterday. Found a few different ways. Basically today we will be starting cleaning the bore out, cleaning everything up, making sure that nothing's got any swarf or any excess material that was taken off the bore. We will also then be dropping in the crankshaft. We'll be obviously putting on the main cap and then pistons and conrods. But obviously we're going to be taking our time, doing everything correctly, talking everything up to spec. But yeah, stay with us and we'll show you what we're doing.
So, because we're brand new at this, we don't know what we're doing. We started with the detergent and it wasn't working. So we went to petrol, we used 3 separate rags, clean every time, and now it's come up fairly good compared to what it was. So now we're going to go through and do the hot soapy water, and we should be fairly right. What's that?
Oh, I had some scissors, we can just cut it.
Sort of wipe that off. Obviously, you know, he's been polished and it's done the best he can on that.
Alright, so we're just starting to put the main bearings on now.
When you do an in chassis change, you can push the bearings around with the other bearings. That's got to be up here, Don. Right, push it in. That's it.
Alright, so these are what's called the bottom bearing. So they have different notch points. So this notch point marries up with this notch point on here, and the top notch point marries up with the top side of the bridle or cap, whatever you want to call it, that goes on top.
Give it a good push. Gentle, gentle, gentle.
Alright, so we're just going along now and putting the oil squirters in. They need to be at a torque spec of 27 Newton meters. I'm just going to go through and do the rest of them. You guys probably don't want to see me do them all. But yeah, I'm just going to go do the rest of them now. Alright, so we're just putting the thrust washers in now and locating them in the correct fashion. Alright, now we have our main bearings, which go on the top. Alright, so we're just putting some of this 3-bond silicone on the main cap, and then the main cap goes onto the block.
Right.
Alright, so we're on to the next step now, and these are called the A bolts. So these have to be torqued at 102 Newton meters of torque. We're going to go to about 80 first, see how we feel, and then continue on to the 102. So 1, 2. Alright, now we're up to the B bolts. Is that already 18?
Yeah.
Wow. It's like nothing, hey?
No. Oh, well, small bolts, see? You guys just been putting too much weight on those little bolts. And you've been doing smaller bolts than that. And so, the gudgeon pin is a press fit in here. Oh, look at that.
It goes straight
It
in.
straight in. It's supposed to be a press fit, and you're supposed to heat this to 80 degrees and push that in. I don't know why. The last one wouldn't go in, so I don't know why that's like that. But anyway, we don't have to put it in the water now. Here's the conrods that Lara bought, and they are beautiful. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
That's a cast rod. This is a billet rod. Writing on the front, all the conrods will be the same, so writing to the front. Right, now the hardest thing we found last time was getting these circlips in, which, because they're not a flat circlip, they're a spring clip circlip, they're really weird to get in. So we need a really weird person to put them in.
That's me. Yeah.
Beautiful. It's not a very deep groove, so you've got to get it exactly right all the way around, which we will check again. Position, but anyway, it's got it now, righto. So that one goes over there, isn't it, at 2 o'clock?
No, that one goes
Other way.
about there.
Oh yeah, about 4 o'clock.
Yep.
Righto. So that's the blue
Oil
bit.
ring opposite that.
That way.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
So this will be.
Yeah, it needs to be a little bit that way, hey?
Yeah.
That in?
Yep.
Oh, yeah. I'll just work it around, eh?
Yep.
Oh no, can't.
No, tell me. Yeah. Alright guys, so it's the next day and we're about to put the timing cover on. Alright, so we just greased up the oil pump gear and we put the O-ring on it as well. We're about to put some of this gasket, what is it?
Silicon.
High temp silicon in the little groove here for this bit, and then this should be ready to go back on the block.
Okay, so we found the torque specifications for these bolts. So it's called a thrust plate, this one here. Thrust plate to block on these bolts is 39 Newton meters. So Andrew's going and doing that now. Yep. Yep. And we just check them a few times over just to make sure they're definitely at specification.
Alright, so we boiled the gear.
We boiled the jug. Alright, so we boiled the jug, got some hot water, put the gear in it to try and expand it a little bit to make it easier to put on, which it is making it very much easier to put on.
Get the box.
Beautiful. Alright, so we've gotten all the gears meshed up and timed correctly. As you can see here, and the one behind there which you can't see, are all measured, timed correctly. We've taken a photo and everything like that, so we know it's exactly right. We've then fitted the fuel pump gear and the fuel pump on here, and we're just waiting to get a dial indicator to time the back of the fuel pump to top dead center on the block here. We're not exactly sure how to correctly time the fuel pump to the top dead center, but there is a bit of a method to whatever, so that's what we're going to do, and we're probably going to do it as many times as we have to until we get it right.
Now, we didn't really explain what we were doing here because it's a pretty new experience for us as well. But basically what I'm doing here is I am taking it off top dead center until that needle starts moving, and then I bring it back to top dead center, and then that's our reading. After we sorted the timing on the pump, we put the head on and we can start with the new ARP head studs, which are going onto the new reconditioned head. We started off at 40 Newton meters, making sure to follow the correct pattern, otherwise the head would not be seated to the block properly.
got the head on, all the ARP head studs torqued down. We've then just put a tapper cover on just to protect the top of the engine. We don't want any bugs, any foreign material in there. We've also done the same with the bottom. We just put the sump there just to protect the crankshaft in the bottom to make sure no bugs or foreign material also ends up in the bottom. But yeah, we've also timed the pump correctly to top dead center, as you would have seen in the iPhone clips. We've also got the oil cooler on, and then what else? That's pretty much where we're up to. So next part will be doing the timing belt, so all the front timing covers. Then
put all the manifolds on.
Yeah, put all the manifolds on and
back in the engine.
That's pretty much it, honestly, after that. So yeah, we might finish this off here and start episode 2 from
next week.
Alright, so we'll catch you in the next one. See you later.